Celebration 2023 is in the books. It's history. We're done. Now.
We're through.
All right.
No more soup.
We're on our way to 2025. That's the next celebration. We're going to talk about
Tokyo.
That in Tokyo, Japan.
Woo!
Yes, okay. But we will talk about that a little bit later.
Oh, boy.
Okay. But for right now, thank you for joining us. We are going to wrap up the last day of celebration. A couple of big panels dropped today, so let's talk about it. I am Kerwin. This is Keith. We are Father Son Galaxy. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time, thank you. We appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber, we're asking if you can please subscribe. We'll talk more about our subscription, our race to 1,000 as well a little bit later. If you have joined us before and you're back, thank you. Let's talk about these two panels. All right. So the first one. Celebration. Okay. So this was the final day. The first panel that took place this morning was the Bad Batch panel. Okay. And, you know, they, the producers, executive producers and writers, Brad Rao, Jennifer Corbett, Athena Portillo were there. They, in addition to Dee Bradley Baker and Michelle Ang, they were there to talk about the season. You know, it was a very roller coaster ride of a season. It was actually, I think, you know, it was a fantastic season, you know, with a cliffhanger. So it was wonderful. They had a great conversation about what they went through, preparing these episodes and talking about Crosshair's journey. But most importantly, we are confirmed that there will be a Bad Batch season 3 coming.
Of course, they
next
couldn't
year
leave us there
in 2024. Now that's interesting because 2024 is just next year, so they must have had a few of these episodes already in the can. Or,
remember last time it took 2 years to get a second season.
So maybe there were, you know, I don't know. So maybe the pandemic, maybe they had the seasons already, you know, a couple of the episodes already recorded and ready to go, because they actually dropped a trailer that, you know, of course we didn't see the trailer, but if you go to StarWars.com, they actually give you a description of what was seen in the trailer. All right. So
why not just give us the trailer then?
Well,
I find it ridiculous. That there's a description of the trailer, but not a trailer.
Well, we've already talked about this, right? Okay. There has to be an advantage for being there in person, right? Yeah, okay.
But it's like, we're not going to give you a visual. We'll just tell you what happens.
Okay, all right.
Which I can deal with. I just wish we had some visuals to go with it.
Understood. We'll get it one day. We'll get it soon. All right, so let me read this. So an in-teaser trailer was shown at the end of the panel, giving fans a sneak peek at Season 3. It began with the Emperor, once again voiced by Palpatine actor Ian McDiarmid, visiting Dr. Royce Hemlock, you know, that creepy guy, leader of the Empire's cloning efforts on Mount Tantus. It is imperative that this facility remains secure, Palpatine says. Your brilliance is a great asset to this empire. All members of the Bad Batch appear, with Hunter addressing Omega's capture at the hands of the Empire. Omega's been waiting for us. I'm not making her wait another day. So Hunter is on a mission. We see Omega and a sullen Crosshair, both still in Imperial custody. I'm not giving up Crosshair, Omega tells him. I won't leave you either. You're my brother. Throughout, there are glimpses of several worlds and characters, including the Republic Commandos. There's clones. Rex is going to be back. Plenty of giant creatures.
Of course, Rex.
Why is there always a huge monster, Wrecker asks, before dropping a thermal detonator in one of the mouths. And Ming-Na Wen returns as Fennec Shan. So do you think maybe the Bad Batch are probably going to hire Fennec Shan to help find Omega?
I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah. It's after all of this, Omega's like, I'm not gonna give up on you, Crosshair. Even though, you know, Crosshair is kind of the entire reason they're there.
Yeah.
In that position, because Crosshair is like, save me, and the rest of the Bad Batch is like, well, we're gonna save him.
Yeah.
And now they're down to half their members.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Well, and then we know that. Not only is it the third season that's coming up next year, it's the last season of the Bad Batch, which
I thought they were going to stretch it out and turn it into like the next Clone Wars or something.
No, I didn't think that's necessary. I'm glad I'm not to say that I'm glad that it's ending, but I think there's only so much story that you can tell about the Bad Batch. Okay, and we know that there has to be a time where we see this clone uprising, and it's got to happen in this season. Now, the only thing we don't know whether it's going to be 16 episodes, just like the first and second season.
It would be.
You think so? More than likely.
Consistency.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, to be consistent. Yeah. So 16 episodes. So who knows? Yeah. So once again, that's coming in 2024, just next year. Now, this is very interesting. Now, if you think about 2024, we got the Acolyte coming. That's probably going to be early 2024. Then the Bad Batch, maybe in the middle of the year, maybe like a May 4th release. And then we got Andor at the end of August next year. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty solid. 3 series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And that means in total, we're going to get 48 episodes of the Bad Batch.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right. Who knows? I think, again, 48 episodes is a lot of episodes, and it tells a great story. So I'm looking forward to it, especially now that I know that it's the last season, that it's all or nothing.
So it's kind of insane, though. Mandalorian only has 24 episodes.
Right, because they only have 8 episodes.
Total.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. But their episodes are longer.
True, right.
Like if they were to cut every Mando episode in half, then we'd have a 16 episode.
Well,
season.
honestly, I mean, the Mando episodes are not always an hour. I mean, sometimes they vary, right? They could be a half hour, they could be 40 minutes. So that's the Bad Batch. So let me know if you've seen the Bad Batch panel. If you have any comments about it, tell me what you think. Are you looking forward to season 3?
Hey, where's Charlie? Where's our eye on the inside?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to catch up with Charlie. We don't know. But all right, let's stop the Q&A and see who's here. Alex, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, Alex. I think they hired Fennec Shand. Yep, I agree. And wow, it's the last season. Yes, it is the last season. Yeah.
Oh, there's Charlie.
Oh, Charlie is on. Okay, we're looking for you, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Thank you for joining us.
There you are.
Thank you for joining us. Let us know, Charlie. Did you ever make it to Celebration? Just let us know if you did or not.
Tell me you did.
But thank you for joining us anyway, Dallas. Thank you once again, Dallas.
Hello.
The Bad Batch panel was the group therapy
I needed after losing tech.
Yeah. It got very emotional. Not to go too much into it because we've already talked about the last 2 episodes of the season.
Apparently, but even the writers were sad of what they did to tech.
Exactly.
But then why'd they do it?
Why did they do it? Yeah.
They could have just had the pod crash and the fate of the batch be undetermined.
Yeah.
They could have just left it off there.
I know what you're saying.
Just see like some smoldering rubble and some troopers being like, "There's nothing left."
Mm-hmm. Well, they were looking for stakes and they got it. This was high stakes. One of the things I recall from Brad Rao, what he said about anybody dealing with Tarkin has to know that if you try to cross him, he's going to come back and he's going to, he's not a very nice person, as we know. He doesn't like clones from the very beginning. So when he heard that there's an attack on his compound, right, that's like going to Tarkin's house and you're trying to raid Tarkin's home. Of course, he's going to...
The FBI!
Yeah, of course he's going to swoop down on you. And, he sends out his ships and says, take them out. Go ahead.
I feel like this is all because of Saw, though.
Well,
because you think about it. The Bad Batch had everything perfectly timed out.
I see your point, right.
We're going to stealth our way in.
Yeah.
We're going to put a tracker on Hemlock's ship.
True.
And we wait. And then we manage to escape. We follow him to Tantus. We get Crosshair, the end. And then Saw's like, I'm going to blow it up. I don't care about any of you.
You know what?
You can go with it.
That's a very good point. You're right. If it wasn't for Saw, maybe it would have been an easier mission for them to just go in and, like you said, just drop that tracker on Hemlock's ship and then get out. But Saw, I mean, I can't remember how many of his people were with him, but they're all over the place. And of course the alarms are going off and they're dropping these detonators and setting them down. I mean, of course, an alarm is going to.
The whole reason they got caught. The batch had to flee.
Of course, yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure he blew out Hemlock's ship.
I don't remember that. Yeah, but
which is
I don't remember if he did or not. But yeah, but you have a very good point. If it wasn't for Saw, you know, trying to, take down the compound, you're right. It would have made life easier for the batch, to go in and just do what they want to do and just leave, but it's never easy with the batch, obviously. They did talk about, the producers talked about Sid, that double crosser.
Oh, that's scary. Sid.
But to be honest with you, Sid was always Sid. We knew where she stood. She was always about the money, and she wanted to make sure that she had control over the batch. And when she felt that they weren't listening, or she did not have control on them, she sent the Empire after them. So, and that's exactly what happened, unfortunately. So I wonder if Sid's going to come back to season 3. I hope not. I don't want her to, but
and
who
if
knows?
she does, I hope she gets destroyed on Aardman or something.
Oh boy, I hope her story is over. I think she's done.
I think we're done with Sid, because if the Bad Batch goes back to Sid, they really are asking to get captured.
Yeah, that's I don't see that happening. Now
That'd
they're
be
mission
ridiculous, though.
Hunter's on a mission to find Omega. That's the only thing that matters to him right now. So
I think they might go back to Aardman and be like, Sid, we called the Empire on you. We let them know that you used to work for the Republic. Bye bye.
Yeah, they could turn on her. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Throw her under the cantina. Yeah, no more Sid, please.
Throw her under the spaceship.
Yeah, we could throw her under the cantina, under the spaceship, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever the Bats could throw her under, do it.
Exactly. So Charlie also heard that the Bad Batch panel sounded awesome. Yes, they did. They were very good. It was well done. It was very intense. It was very funny. You had Dee Bradley, of course, going through the voices. Just with ease, and Michelle was there as well. And, she was a little choked up when she talked about the script, when she read the script for episode 16, and, she couldn't believe it, but it is what it is. Charlie, I wish that man, I did get an amazing text video from Andy Serkis and Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor and Ashley. So that made up a lot. Wonderful. Fantastic. That's cool.
Wow.
That's cool, Charlie. All right.
Sorry you didn't make it to celebration.
Yeah. That's okay. All right.
Well, it looks like I've lost an eye.
Lost an eye.
Yes.
I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean like your eye on the ground, that celebration?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I'm continuing the reference from Friday's live stream, Dad.
Okay. You have to remind me what that means, but that's all right. All right, so the Bad Batch, once again, season 3 there will be a season 3. It will premiere next year, 2024. Looking forward to it. All right, So let us know if you have any other comments regarding the Bad Batch. If Q&A, we'll stop for Q&A.
John Petra.
Yeah.
The love for Star Wars is truly overwhelming.
Yes, it is, John. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. I think you're brand new. I don't recognize your name, so thank you for joining us.
I think he's been here before.
Okay, all right. John, if you have, thank you for returning. Thank you. Love that. Alex, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. Okay.
Yes.
So, all right.
Thank you for reminding my dad.
Where is that from?
Nick Fury.
Oh, that again. Okay. You keep dropping these Marvel C's into Star Wars, and I'm not looking to talk about Marvel. So you throw me
now
off.
we're going to talk about Marvel. How about...
No, we got plenty of time for Marvel. We'll be talking about Marvel very soon. All right. So let's finish up the last day of celebration. Okay, so let's move on and talk about the second panel, big panel, that is Star Wars Visions. All right, volume 2. Okay, so we know this is coming. These episodes are going to be dropping. I expect they're going to drop all 9 episodes at once, just like they did for season 1. So those episodes are going to drop on May the 1st. All right. And this is very nice. So they had the executive producers come out, James Waugh, Jackie Lopez, Josh Rhimes, just talked about their selection, how they chose the 9 studios.
Josh Rhimes.
What did I say?
James.
I said James Waugh,
James.
Jackie Lopez, and Josh Rhimes. Okay. Well, thank you. All right.
I don't know what you said. I just zoned out for like 2 seconds.
Hang in there, Keith. Hang in there. All right.
I was just like,
it's fine. It's fine. All right. Drink your water.
I just did.
Okay. All right. So the executive producers were there. They talked about their selection, and then it came time to bring out the filmmakers. So let's go, and I'll start, and we're going to go through all through 9 episodes, because if you so we're taking some information that we saw from the panel, some of the quotes from these filmmakers directly, and some of the information that came from StarWars.com, right? Which StarWars.com did a great job of breaking this all down. So let's go through these. So the first episode is called Sith, by the El Guri Studios from Spain. Rodrigo Blas, the writer-director, was there at the panel. And here's what it's about. So a former Sith apprentice leading a peaceful but isolated life is confronted by the past when her old master tracks her down. And this is a quote from the writer-director. What if you can use the Force not only to fight, but to create art? And he talked about the palettes that they use to create the images. You're going to see a lot of red to orange to yellow. It's beautiful. We saw that in the trailer, as a matter of fact.
Obviously, it's the Sith. And I think this Visions series is going to be modeled almost entirely around the Sith. You notice this whole ad campaign has been red. Red.
Good point, yeah.
But last time, it was all about the Jedi. Blue.
That's a very good point. And then we have the poster, beautiful poster. We'll take a look at that if we have it. Well, there you are. That's an awesome poster.
Stop.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a copy of the poster. We'll take a look at it later. So that is Sith.
In a minute.
Okay. All right. So that is Sith. All right. So, and the artist, the filmmaker, did confirm that the short is about 14 minutes long. Mm-hmm. All right. So next one.
All right. So next one is Screecher's Reach by Cartoon Saloon in Ireland. Paul Young is the producer/director. A young girl seeking reprieve from her days in a rural workhouse discovers a legendary haunted cave with her friends. The cave's dark pull will change the trajectory of her life forever.
Yeah.
So, quote from Paul Young,
yes.
An Irish ghost story with a twist.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lot of watercolor art.
Yeah, it did look beautiful. They showed a couple of the scenes there. And what they also did was they showed the cast. Now, everyone. Now, I didn't recognize all of the cast members for these episodes, so I only actually wrote down the ones that I do recognize. And Anjelica Huston, an Academy Award-winning actress, is actually voicing one of the characters in that episode, Screecher's Reach, playing a Sith Mother.
So that's the poster right there.
Yes, right. And that is the Visions Volume 2 poster. Awesome poster. All right.
Remember, because last season was like the ninth Jedi, and the Jedi after Jedi.
Good point, right? Yeah. So I guess this is more about. Well, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean,
because the first shot we saw in the trailer was a Sith with the red lightsaber.
Okay.
And it just seems so modeled around red.
Yeah. Well, you might be right, because if we, we'll go through more of these episodes, so we'll see if there's any more mention of the Sith. All right, so the third one is called Into the Stars by Punkrobot from Chile. Gabriel Osorio, writer-director. So this is about 2 sisters, they're last of their kind, who live in hiding on a ravaged land, squabble about how to survive with the Empire encroaching. Haven't we heard that story before? On a water run, the sisters must fight back when they are discovered. Here's a quote from Osorio. 2 sisters who lost everything. Their family during Imperial invasion. They lost their family during Imperial invasion. How many times have we heard stories about that where people are losing
I remember
loved ones?
What's Trader's name from Andor?
Trader's name from Andor?
What was it?
You mean
Screech?
Oh,
Scum?
No. Yeah, you mean he was working with Andor? Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, so he was working with Andor on the planet. Skeen, yes.
Yes, Skeen.
Right, because his brother
He's like, my brother was killed by the Empire.
Yeah, well, they came in and took his land, and he
decided not to live in that world anymore.
Exactly, right. Yeah, so there's plenty of stories like that where the Empire has taken over their planet. And they've destroyed people for no particular reason. There's casualties. So yes, all right. So that happens. Now, this is a very, very good information that we got from Gabriel Osorio, because he talked about this story is actually based on historical information from his country, Chile. Back in the 1900s, there was in Patagonia, which is far south of South America, a large part of the inhabitants were destroyed by colonists. So this is basically what this episode or this story is going to be about. So it's telling the story about the resistance. You had this, oppression, this imperial army coming in. People are resisting. What are they going to do about it? Right. Okay. And then he says the theme is about family. That's what Star Wars comes down to. It's about family. At its core, it's about a family getting separated and overcoming pain through hope. I thought that was a very beautiful quote. And he talked about the type of animation. It's going to be stop motion, a little bit of stop motion. And it'll be some 3D digital computer animation. So that is in the stars. Looking forward to that one. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, go ahead. You can move ahead.
Next one's mine. So next one is I Am Your Mother. Sound familiar?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Young pilot Andy, who is embarrassed by her sweet but clingy mom Carlina, must team with her for a madcap family race at the academy.
Yeah.
Along the way, their relationship is tested by the elements, their old ship, other racers, and each other. So this is going to be directed by Magdalena Osinska.
Yes.
And they say the short is a love letter to all the mothers. Quite often, they're overlooked in films, and I think they're real superheroes. So This is going to be stop motion, inspired by the original trilogy, puppet making, a pet droid that's inspired by the Osinska sausage.
Yeah, based on her own dog. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the sports day is an event annual family race day hosted by Wedge Antilles.
Yes, so right. So Osinka had a sausage dog, and she created a pet dog for this animated show.
And a droid.
Yeah, and it's a droid, right? But it's made to look like a dog.
So is it supposed to look like Slinky from Toy Story?
Sort of, yeah. But it was
like a wiener dog.
She actually had the model with her. It looked pretty cool, So we have to see how it looks in animation. Yeah. So yes, the family this event, this sports day event, this racing event is pretty interesting. And it's actually being hosted by Wedge Antilles. And they have none other than Dennis Lawson. Wedge Antilles himself will be voicing that character. He'll be playing Wedge. That's pretty cool. I like that.
You know what's funny? Wedge has been wedged in so many tight spots and managed to wedge himself out. I guess why his name is Wedge.
Yeah. That's a good point, right? He seems to get himself out of trouble, doesn't he? And he survives.
This man survived longer than Luke.
Yeah.
Luke was force sensitive.
Yeah.
Wedge was a kid with a hope and a dream.
Wedge was just lucky.
Wow.
And he's a very good pilot too, so he had the skills to.
He's one heck of a
survive.
pilot, man.
Yes, he did. He did. All right, let's go to Q&A. Lisa, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. I love that one of the episodes you stop motion. Yeah, it's like old school, isn't it? It's just going back to.
I love stop motion. I do stop motion.
Yes.
And what are the look like claymation?
Yes, right. That is the Aardman episode where she uses stop motion animation and claymation, and Osinka mentioned about how in the original trilogy they used stop motion to move the AT-ATs or the AT-ATs and the Tauntauns, were all done by stop motion. So
I did know that. I watched the ILM documentary on Disney.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So that's
watch every episode.
A throwback to the original trilogy. All right. Okay, Charlie.
Man, I love that when history is added into Star Wars, much like Akira Kurosawa and the samurai in Star Wars Japan. Can't wait for this season.
Yeah. We're going through each of the 9 episodes or the 9 shorts, and I
guess that's what JP stands for, Japan.
Yeah, and they are all awesome. I mean, if you just the stories, that they're coming up with for these shorts is wonderful. So far we've gone through 3. All right, so that was Sith was the first one. Screecher's Reach, Into the Stars. I Am Your Mother. That was the 4th one. Okay, so now
Journey to the Dark Head.
All right, so Alex, I agree with Charlie. I love how we're getting stories inspired by history and cultures from around the globe. Absolutely, absolutely. All right.
Because last time it was mostly anime.
Good point.
And this time we're kind of branching out to other studios.
Yeah, from around the world. So this is awesome. This is awesome.
This really is a galactic experience.
There you go. There you go. I am looking forward to it. So let's move on to the next one.
And I wonder what season 3 will be centered on. If season 1 centered on the light and season 2 centered on the dark. What's season 3 going to be? Is it going to be like the neutral in between, like the father and the ones? Like the son is the dark side, the daughter is the light, and the father's neutral.
Well, we don't know. I mean, we're only assuming that it's, second season is the theme is the darkness. We don't know. We'll have to check it out first, right?
Man.
That's what we'll see. We'll see. And then, by the way, let me know if you've seen the trailer. Let's talk about the trailer as well as we go through these different shorts. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to Journey to the Dark Head. This is from Korea, Studio Mir. Park Hyung-bin is the director. This story is a hopeful mechanic and a disillusioned young Jedi team up for a risky and unlikely quest to turn the tide of the galactic war, but dark forces tell them. So from the director, Park, he says the first ever prehistoric war between Jedi and the Sith, which is pretty interesting. From that point on, the wars from the present to the future. He's talked about the wars over time, and there's a question that these two characters have to ask themselves on overcoming so many battles and at some point coming to great growth, So from what I understand from this is, after so many battles, I guess they're questioning, well, what is the purpose of these battles that we're having? And I think there's some maturity that comes out from these two characters. We'll see. Mm-hmm. All right. Did mention, the question that was asked to this director, what would Star Wars fan enjoy most about this short? And he says the theme of good versus evil, which we see that all the time. A Jedi coming to the crossroads. I guess this Jedi maybe is trying to balance the light and the darkness, and he finds himself moving slowly towards the dark. So he's at a crossroads, I guess. He's trying to figure out where his journey is taking him. So, and then the last thing that the director said was this, it's going to be a very stylistic and cool lightsaber action.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
This is going to be great.
All right. So take me to the lightsaber battle. All right.
Take me to the lightsaber battle. Take me out to the battle.
There you go. All right. So I'm
not going to continue with this.
All right. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. So the next one is The Spy Dancer by Studio La Cachette. This is France, and it's directed by Jillian Cheng. So the premier dancer at a famous Imperial-frequented cabaret uses her unique skill set to spy for the rebellion, but the presence of a mysterious officer threatens to derail her mission. Mm-hmm. Dancer performs at a cabaret until the Empire invaded her planet. The dancers would gather intelligence from the Imperials and help change the tides of war. Inspired by dancers such as Josephine Baker in front of the soldiers and gathering information for the French resistance during World War II.
Yep.
She received France's highest honor at the Pantheon.
All right. So, let me talk about that a little bit because the director, Julian Chang, brought this up when he was talking about the inspiration for the story. So it is loosely based on someone like a Josephine Baker. And let me just explain who Josephine Baker is if you don't know. She is a U.S. born Black American who actually found work in France. And she's a dancer, singer, performer. She danced on the stage, cabaret. She was very good at what she did. And then at some point she decided that she was going to, this is working around the time of World War II. At some point she decided that she was going to help the French resistance, because the French were also involved in World War II. So she was able to get secrets from the enemies. Somehow she would, talk to these soldiers or these
soldiers.
Yeah, soldiers or people, gentlemen fighting in the war, and get some information that the French could use to defeat their enemies. Okay. So this is a true story. And Josephine Baker, was awarded the highest honor by the French government not too long ago, actually. So this is a very, very interesting story. And I applaud Star Wars for accepting this type of pitch. I am very interested to see what this looks like. But it makes sense to me that the Imperial Army, they're the ones that are going to be coming to this cabaret, and then there's this dancer, it's called the spy dancer, who is trying to get some information from the Imperials to defeat them. That's going to be awesome.
Wonder if this is going to have like some James Bond elements.
Who knows? Yeah,
like
it's
super spy.
Yeah, it's a spy. It's maybe a spy thriller.
Every time I hear the word spy, I just hear dee 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 in my head.
Yeah. But I figure with a dancer, it's going to be very glamorous and colorful. So I'm sure
a lot of red feathers. I bet.
Well, I don't know red feathers, but I'm sure the artwork is just going to pop.
Feathers
off the screen. So I'm looking forward to that. So we have some more Q&A. So Alex, I saw the trailer. Yeah, what do you think so far? And the stars intrigues me the most. Okay. So does I Am Your Mother and Journey to the Dark Head. Yeah, there's so many, but it. I can't wait. These stories they're very different. They're very intriguing, and I don't know what else to say about them. So let's continue to go through the rest. Any other Q&A at the moment? Okay, let's move on to the Bandits of Golak. All right, this is by 88 Pictures. It's from India. Milan Shin is the executive producer. Milan Shin is the executive producer. Fleeing from the village by train and pursued by ferocious Imperial forces, a boy and his Force-sensitive younger sister seek refuge in a vibrant and dangerous Daba, the Bandits of Golak. All right. This is a quote from the executive producer, Shin. A brother is an accidental hero, taking his younger sister to a safe passage. In the end, something unexpected happens. All right. Shin went on to talk about, it's about the culture, the Indian culture. It's about their food. It's about color. It's about music. He talked about the music is going to be authentic. It's taking place on a new planet called Gulag. Gulag, yeah, Gulag. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Yeah.
Wait, so it's literally spelled like the Gulag?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. What is it that Gulag is?
A prison.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, that's the name of the planet. I wrote it down. Again, talking about the culture and the music is going to be authentic. Talked about the villain is actually going to be an inquisitor, an Indian inquisitor, which is awesome. And they showed you a picture of this.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. And they actually did show you a picture of the inquisitor, which is very, very intimidating looking person. So I think that's going to be awesome.
I'm afraid of any inquisitor, honestly.
And
but I've been practicing my lightsaber moves recently. I mean, I don't know if they can beat me.
Well, that's right. Yeah, you're getting better at your lightsaber moves. Yeah, you're doing very well.
I can flip a lightsaber. I can literally spin it.
Yes, you can. You're doing very well with that. All right. And the last part is that the executive producer described the short as Indiana Jones meets Sholay. Now, Sholay is a 1975 classic Indian action film, which is apparently, I've not seen the film, but I did a little bit of research on Sholay, is one of the top Indian films ever created. Yeah. It's a very it's a highly praised. It's just one of the top Indian films ever made.
Think about it.
Yes.
If the planet's called Gulag.
Yes.
Ironically, maybe this is some sort of prison that these two kids have to escape or something. Like maybe these I don't know, bandits are trapped, or like they're trapped here by the bandits or something, and they got to escape.
Well, okay, maybe I must have mistyped, but I thought that was the planet name that he gave, but I have to go back and look at it. But yeah, Okay.
I'm
All right.
saying.
Okay.
Like maybe that's like an undertone or something.
Okay. We'll look into that. That's very interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. All right. Let's move on.
All right. So the next
Talk
one we
about
have is The Pit. So it's by, how am I supposed to say this?
D'Arstagio.
Where did you pull that from?
I practiced.
And Lucasfilm Limited
Yes.
for the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So Leandre Thomas is a writer and director, and Arthel Islam is the founder of
D'Arstagio.
Thank you.
Yes.
A fearless young prisoner forced to dig for Kyber by the Empire plans a risky escape for him and his people. The Pit and Arthel Islam artists The Pit look and feel like the traditional anime of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell is an inspiration.
Yeah.
People in the pit get pushed deeper and deeper, while others ascend higher and higher in a story of light versus darkness.
Yes.
Traditional anime.
Yes, right. Yes, so we had Leandre Thomas who talked about how this idea came to him during the pandemic, and he pitched this to Lucasfilm, and they loved the idea. So basically, it's about the haves and the have-nots. You know, if you really take a look at it, he talked about there are people who feel that they're in this pit of life where they're not really progressing like other people. You know, you have those who are ascending. I mean, as far as wealth, maybe, or as far as prestige,
decent.
And then you have those who just feel like they're just digging a deeper and deeper hole for themselves, and they can't get out of this pit. So, hence the name. So Leandre Thomas works for Lucasfilm. He talked about his mentors throughout Lucasfilm. He did mention Dave Filoni as one of them. Arthel Islam is also an American, but he actually owns an art studio in Japan. All right, so he founded this art studio, and it's called D'Arstagio, located in Japan. And the two of them came together, and we got The Pit. You know, so Leandre Thomas, had the idea for a story, and they needed an art studio who would provide the color and the characterizations that they needed to tell this story, and that's how they found each other.
Yep.
All right, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that one. So David Diggs, there's a couple of famous people, names that I'm familiar with. David Diggs, from Hamilton.
And from Blackish.
Yeah, from Blackish, exactly, right. And then Anika Nani Rose,
she was at Virtuous Con.
She was we actually had a Virtuous Con about a month ago, and Anika Nani Rose was present there. And she is also an actor from Disney, Princess and the Frog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking for that. And Steve Blum, does that name sound familiar?
I feel like I'm right, but I hate being right all the time.
Okay, who do you think Steve Blum is?
Ian Malcolm.
Actually, no. He is a voice actor. He voices the character of Zeb.
Oh, that's him.
Zeb, Steve Blum. So he's also voicing a character called it's just called Commander. And then Matthew Wood, he's a Lucasfilm veteran.
That's
so
Jeff
he's
Goldblum, not Steve Blum.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's Jeff Goldblum, right? Yeah, exactly. You're close though. So Steve Blum and Matthew Wood plays the stormtroopers. So that's awesome.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And then who's next? Is it me? I think I'm next, right? Okay. And the last one is called Oz Song. All right, by Triggerfish, South Africa. Nadia Darius and Daniel Clark, they were there to talk about it. They are the writers and co-directors of this short Oz Song. And it's about an alien child who longs to sing, is raised by her loving but stern father to stay quiet. She loves to sing, but she has to stay quiet because of this calamitous effect her voice has on the crystals in the nearby mines.
So it sounds like she's so bad at singing that she can shatter crystals.
Well, I don't think so. That's the reason why if you watched the panel, I think it, when you hear it described by the filmmakers, it makes more sense. So Nadia Dari. So what she says is, our song is about a child who experiences strange things with her voice. She engages with the force through sound, and she has a deep connection with the land. All right. And so the short, apparently they're including, so voice is very important in this short, and they're using the voices, actors' voices in non-traditional ways. Just like if you're, when you're a kid, we still do it as adults. Like if you're having a lightsaber battle, how many times do you hear us go whoosh, whoosh? We do that with our voices. So that's what they're referring to. So yeah, exactly. So when you're playing with when you're playing with your toys, or you're playing with a racing car, you go vroom. So we'll see a lot of that.
Or when I'm playing on the Oculus, when I'm playing Sports Scrabble or like Space Pirate Cheddar, I'm like bow, bow,
exactly,
bow.
exactly.
Yeah,
so, yeah. So that's what this is about.
When you've reached peak smartness.
What's that?
When you can beat an AI.
Well, that's very hard to do, yeah, but that's very good.
I have beat the computer multiple times.
I knew you were gonna say that. You beat the AI multiple times. All right.
Yes.
All right. So those are the 9 shorts coming up for Visions Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me which ones are your favorite. Which ones are you looking forward to? These are awesome. I like I said, it's only a few weeks away, actually, May 1st. I mean, what day is it? We're on the 10th of April, so we only got maybe a little bit over half a month left. So awesome. Can't wait.
That's about 25 days, right?
Yeah.
Till the 4th?
I think it's a little bit
Please
less than
tell me, there's 31 days in April, right?
30 days in April, yes.
Yeah.
You could tell that you love math because you do calculations in your head immediately. So you're good at math.
Yeah, 30 days.
So
that's 24 days until we get Vision.
So going forward, I want A's on your math tests.
I do that already.
Good. Just keep it going. All right, Q&A.
Charlie. Dig for Kyber. No, where have I heard that? Anime inspired from 90s. Definitely looking forward to that. And Star Wars on it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and I want to talk about...
Real quick, another comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
These nuts. What?
Thank you for joining us, whoever you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
I love you all, Keith. Thank you. We love your name. Thank you so much. All right, that's cool. We could keep going. Blumhouse. Okay. All right, Charlie. Matthew Wood, General Grievous, is a voice actor. Yes, he is. Exactly. He is. Ghost in the Shell. I don't know.
Bruh,
do we have any? Do we have any anime fans out there?
Lord.
Have you seen Ghost in the Shell? I have not seen it, but apparently
I've not watched anime ever.
That film inspired. I hope to one day talk to Arthel-ism. He seems to be such a cool person, and but Ghost in the Shell was the one that actually inspired him to get into anime. So I want to know if there's anyone out there who's on the live stream has seen Ghost in the Shell, and what do you think of that film? All right. What was Blumhouse?
It's a horror production studio.
That's what I thought. Okay, I was trying
Did you guys see Return of the Jedi is re-releasing in theaters on April 28th? I bet Kurt is hype.
I'm glad you brought that up. We're actually going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. We have it in our notes. We'll get there. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Ghost in the Shell. Alex, I heard of Ghost in the Shell, but I haven't seen it yet. I want to. Looks like
Charlie, it's been a while. Yes.
Ghost in the Shell. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out because I have not seen it either. So I've heard more than one person talk about Ghost in the Shell as one of the best anime films out there. So
really,
that's what I heard.
Who?
Yes. Oh, Keith. All right.
Who are you talking about?
Let's keep moving. All right. So
also, guess what? I just turned British.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you why.
And by the way, again,
a cup of water.
I recognize one of the actors' name for our song, Cynthia Erivo. All right, very talented. Tony nominated. I think she may have a Tony award. Yeah, she's a very talented performer. Cynthia Erivo, actor.
playing
singer.
Kratos.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
So she's playing the guy from the memes.
Okay.
God of War. Kratos.
All right. Alex, it was a show also, right? Not just a show. Ghost in the Shell. I don't know. I thought it was just a film, but you might be right. We'd have to look into that, Alex. Thanks. All right. It was a series. Apparently the producer has seen it. She's very familiar with
producer seen a lot
with Ghost in the Shell. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. All right. So continue to bring in your comments and questions. All right, let's keep talking about Visions. If you have any questions about Visions or Bad Batch season 3, keep those comments coming. Well, we'll move on to other news. So,
what other news is there?
Okay, so we were here Friday, right? We talked about.
I mean, I'm kind of sad I didn't get to take my British accent to London.
I'm pretty sad too.
Well, I guess you might be pretty glad because you didn't have to hear it for 4 days.
Oh, now I'm hearing it. Okay.
Are you happy?
So not really. So on Friday, so remember we were here on Friday and we talked about the Lucasfilm showcase. So there are a couple of things that happened in between the first day and today.
We got a little bit of news for y'all.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about this. So it's now been confirmed. Lars Mikkelsen is Grand Admiral Thrawn. So
oh my God, he's
wonderful.
Back.
Yes, he is back. Oh, we're gonna wrap this up before Keith falls asleep. All right. So we wanted Lars to be Thrawn. He's Thrawn. We're good.
It's confirmed.
Can't wait for Ahsoka. All right, it's coming. All right.
You know what? I can't wait until some good Lego sets hit the shelves.
Oh, we know that they will. Lego, is on Ahsoka. Trust me.
They could not pass this up.
No, absolutely not.
Come on, we gotta have Thrawn back. Though, if there's one thing I've known Legos for, it's that they can spoil movies sometimes. One time, the way I figured out Atuma was going to be in Wakanda Forever is because he was part of a Lego set.
Yes.
I figured out that Lucid and Andor had an epic ship and they got chased by Cyril thanks to a Lego set.
You know what we need to do? We need to get someone on our podcast from Lego and explain to us exactly how this works. Because you are right. There are times where we receive spoilers through these Lego sets. You're walking in the toy store.
I literally went onto Lego brick instructions.
Right.
And I just see this brand new Wakanda Forever set. And I'm like, what's this? And then all of a sudden, it's a tuber.
Yeah. I mean, how is Lego
spoiled.
getting away with these spoilers? I mean, is Lucasfilm aware of what's going on? So, yeah. We need to look into that. Let's see who we can find from Lucasfilm marketing, maybe, and talk about it. Charlie.
I just realized that.
And man, Guy, I'm looking forward to Return to Jedi. Yes, we are. Released again. This is my first Star Wars movie. Oh, cool. How nice. Yeah.
John Tetra.
Yes.
That Ahsoka trailer was the coolest Star Wars trailer I've ever seen. It was almost dreamlike.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Yes. We love that trailer.
All right.
Okay.
One more comment?
The Ahsoka trailer was the coolest Star Wars. Yes, we read that already. Okay. All right. Okay. Celeste.
Charlie. Yes, everyone's favorite Chiss. Thrawn is a Chiss. That's his species.
It didn't occur to me that Thrawn was not human.
It didn't?
No, I know his face is blue, but I forgot that he is. I didn't know what type of species he was.
Bro.
I just thought he was just a blue human.
He's part of the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, right. I thought he was a.
Why did we all come up with that joke?
Look, we got Blue Man Group in this galaxy, so why couldn't they have Blue Man Group in Star Wars? So I had no idea that he was from. He was a species. I apologize for that.
What else are we gonna put in the Blue Man
He's a
Group?
cis. Okay. All right. You learn something every day. Okay. All right. Next news. Rebecca Henderson will play Vanessa Rowe in the upcoming Acolyte series. How about that? And as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're out there, this is the first character coming out of the High Republic books and moving into live action. Isn't that exciting? And which is cool.
The Wookiee that's supposed to be the Wookiee Jedi?
Yes.
That's part of the Acolyte?
Yes.
Burryaga. It's either Burryaga's brother or father.
Well, why do they have to be
Or
related?
uncle.
Why would they have to be related?
Come on,
Okay.
Dad.
All right. Well,
You
I want
gotta be kidding me. 2 Wookiee Jedi Masters at the same era?
Of course. I mean, I don't see a problem with that. But you know,
They have to be related somehow. Come on.
we are fans. Okay, here
What are
we
you
go.
doing?
We are fans of Vanessa Rowe. All right, so we've read these 2 books.
My face is turned into a book.
Mission to Disaster, Test of Courage, and you see Vanessa on the cover. So we are big fans of Vanessa Rowe. We're very excited to hear that she is the first character coming to live action. So that's wonderful news. All right, Rebecca Henderson. Okay, Young Jedi Adventures. The trailer was released a couple of days ago. We saw it. It's wonderful. Let me know if anybody else has seen Young Jedi Adventures and if you're looking forward to it. If you have any,
we're quite excited.
Yeah, if you have any young people in your family that you're excited to show this to, or if you're
any
just
new Jedi younglings,
if you're just young at heart and you love these type of stories, which I do. So I'm looking forward to that. That is also dropping May 1st, the same day as Star Wars Visions Volume 2. That's going to be a busy May 1st. All right. Dave Filoni has confirmed that there will be a season 2 of Tales of the Jedi. How about that? That is awesome.
But who's it going to feature?
We don't know. He has not told us anything else.
I highly doubt it's going to be Ahsoka, because there's going to be an Ahsoka show. So I couldn't see there being 2 shows featuring Ahsoka yet again.
Well, you know, I think that's a good poll question. Who should they focus? What character should they focus on for Tales of the Jedi? First one that comes to mind.
What's that?
Yeah. Do you have any character that comes to mind for you if there were to be Tales of the Jedi season 2? Which character would you like to see them feature?
How about Luke and Leia?
We know about Luke and you. So you're okay.
Yeah, there were like 30 years. I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head because I had nobody else.
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Remember how all of a sudden Leia just Mary Poppins out of the ship?
Okay, we're not going there. We're not talking about The Last Jedi.
We had no prior reference to Leia having the Force, and then
how about Aura Singh?
We found out
Aura Singh would be a very good person to do a Tales of the Jedi. I'm sorry, Tales of the Jedi, right? Yeah. No.
Aura Singh?
No.
She's not even a Jedi, is she?
Is she not a Jedi?
No, isn't she a bounty hunter?
Yes, you're right.
You mean the one with the unicorn head?
Okay.
And the ponytail? And
I guess
the orange jumpsuit?
I guess the qualification for Tales of the Jedi is you have to be a Jedi. So, all right, scrap that.
Or Sith.
I don't know. I don't know. Charlie, well, there's always Tales of the Sith. Tales. You're right. All right.
Tales of the Butter Cookies.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, Jedi. What other Jedi could they feature? I don't know. We'll think about it.
Mace Windu.
How about that? I mean, he was in, with Count Dooku a little bit.
Dooku, okay.
Count Dooku.
I feel like you just turned Dooku into a gas station. You just called him Dooku. That sounds like a gas station name.
Count Dooku.
Count Sunoco.
Count Sunoco. Yeah, Mace Windu is actually a good example.
Mm-hmm.
How about
Look, will there be butter cookies in a Star Wars show this year? I have one answer to that. # butter cookies in Star Wars.
Yes. We need more butter cookies, like we need more cowbell. You don't know that joke. All right. Okay. So Charlie, bounty hunter. Yes. Unicorn head. He comes up with more nicknames than Tony Stark.
Underoos.
Hey, Lebowski. Let's go.
Remember in the Avengers when Tony
we're back
Stark's
on.
like, that man's playing Galaga.
We're back on Marvel. Go ahead, say it again.
Remember in the Avengers, he's like, that man's playing Galaga. Get back to your job.
Galaga. That is so old.
And the funny part is, if you look closely at the guy's screen, he actually beat the highest high score record for Galaga.
Wow. Yeah, Mace Windu, Charlie agrees, or Master Voss. Yes, Quinlan Voss, young Obi-Wan. Good point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to think about it some more.
I'm trying to think of other nicknames.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some obscure Jedi that we don't know much about. But Quinlan Voss, I like that one. I think he deserves to have some type of story Yeah. All right. So let's see. Season 2, Return of Jedi 40th anniversary. All right. So yes. So we are aware that Return of Jedi is returned to the theaters. As far as I know, we don't know which theaters. But I am looking forward to going back to seeing Return of Jedi. Honestly, I've been thinking about this. I have not seen Return of the Jedi in the movie theater since 1983, the year it came out.
You haven't been in a movie theater since '83.
Well, no, I've never gone back. So
you just never seen Return of the Jedi since '83.
Exactly. I saw Return of the Jedi 4 times in 1983, and that was it. And I never went back to the theater to see it because I don't recall. They might have re-released it, but I think
1985. What movies did you see in 1985?
Why are we talking about 1985? Let me just get through them.
I don't know why I'm talking about 1985.
Let me get through my point.
Popped into my head.
My point is, they may have re-released Return of Jedi since 1983, but I don't recall going back to seeing it. So this will be the first time since 1983 that I will be going back to the theater to see Return of Jedi. Yeah. I am so excited for that. And you'll be coming with me, right?
I remember, I don't know if any of you saw this, but remember the old intro when the Ewoks sung the song to Sesame Street?
Yub Nub. For some reason, Keith thinks it sounds like Sesame Street, but maybe it does.
Right. I need to play a side-by-side comparison for you.
We don't have time to sing it.
We have time.
Okay, it's 8:30. All right, let's see. What's
you are not going to sleep if I continue.
Yeah, let's move on, Keith. All right. Is anybody still there watching us? Is anybody still there listening to us?
Can you still hear us? Did I break your ears?
Thank you. All right. One last item. We know that Star Wars Celebration is going to be returning in 2025, not 2024, and it will be in Tokyo, Japan.
Mm-hmm. You know what that means?
April 20th.
17-hour flight. Looks like we're paying for Wi-Fi.
Tokyo, Japan, April 18th to the 20th, 2025.
We're down a day.
Now, all right, let me share a personal story. And I want to be transparent, and I don't have a problem telling this to everyone. But we were disappointed that we couldn't make it to Celebration in London, right? Yeah. That's obvious. If you've heard, lately. If you heard Keith's tone the last couple of days, we unfortunately could not make it to London.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
There's a reason the cap was left off the vinegar. It's all in my voice.
Ooh, the vinegar. Wow. Okay. I don't know where that came from, but thank you. I get it. So I made a promise to my family that wherever the next celebration is going to be, when it's going to be, we're going to go. Yeah. Now, this was before I knew it was going to be in Japan.
And I made the funny part is, I heard them say, "You want to know where Celebration is next year? I just got this information. Yeah. Japan 2025." Yeah. And me and my dad are like, "No." Wait,
well, I wasn't going to tell that.
Dad, I just turned into Technoblade. I just went, "No."
Yeah. All right. Well,
no.
Keith. All right. Just a little loud. Easy on the mic. All right. Okay. I'm a man of my word.
Oh, the money. All the Skyblock coins.
I'm gonna have to cut down on my butter cookies. I mean, like my purchase of butter cookies to save some. Anyway, I am a man of my word. I said I promised my family that I would take them to the next celebration, wherever it's going to be.
You sure did.
So I'm saying right here for everyone to hear. Right, it's going to be recorded. So.
I will use this as a recording for proof in case you ever try to deny it.
So
I do have proof, Dad. I do have proof.
We plan to go to Celebration in Tokyo, Japan in 2025. We're going to make that happen. We have 2 years to put it all together. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to Japan. Never been to Japan. None of us have. That's going to be very exciting. So, you had a good idea about, you want to talk about Duolingo?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I had the idea, there might be a language barrier that we're going to hit. So I thought, let's get Duolingo family plan and we can start learning Japanese.
Yeah, right. Because you're using it to learn Spanish.
Yes.
Right. And I
have just started taking Japanese lessons 15 minutes ago.
Perfect. All right. So I think that would be very helpful. So
I've been doing Japanese lessons since we started the show.
yeah, since you heard that, Celebration is going to be in Japan, you absolutely, yeah. Has anyone been to Japan? Let me know. What do you think? Let's talk about Japan.
And the only thing is, let me tell you something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit still for like 17 hours, but I'm actually kind of excited for the flight, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a long flight.
That means 17 hours of me, my Beskar headphones, and my iPad.
All right. Who's going to Celebration in Tokyo? Let us know. All right, Charlie.
The news just came out today. People didn't decide.
Well, right. We don't know that. But, if, people are probably thinking about it or maybe considering going to Japan, or if you've already been to Japan, let us know. Charlie, yes. That was one of my Kendo I see. Kendo teachers are from. So this is an amazing win for me. Wow. Cool. Very nice. Lisa, the family will love Japan. Wow. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah, you will enjoy it, guys. Thank you so much. That's good to hear. That's Kyoto and Tokyo. Nice. All right. Thank you. It's exciting. We're gonna do it.
I've never been to Tokyo. You've never been to Tokyo.
I just said that.
Mom's never been to Tokyo.
Yeah, okay.
Maceo Shore has never been to Tokyo.
All of the family have not been. That means all of us. We have not been to Japan. So
I'm just making sure, Dad.
Yeah. So that is it. I think we covered everything. All right. So
Patreon page though, real quick.
Yeah. So speaking of going to Japan,
we're trying to get to Japan here, and we might need your help.
And by the way, there you go. Yeah, good segue.
So here we have 2 tiers.
Yes.
So we have our $3 tier.
This is our Patreon.
And our $5 tier on our Patreon.
Well, before you, can I just say, excuse me, we have updated our Patreon page. So
we reworked everything.
Yeah, so Keith is going to explain how it works. Good, you got it.
Okay, so you can pick from either one of these tiers.
Yes,
and they offer different specs. So
yeah, well, we could just take them to our page. Do we have the website? Yeah,
it's patreon.com/FathersandGalaxy.
Right. So just go to our Patreon page. Just take a look and see what we're offering.
We have like a Patreon-only community.
Yeah.
And for the $5 tier, we have that plus Q&A, monthly Q&A, where you can ask us questions. So for the $3 tier, we have a Patreon-only community, and you can also be acknowledged at the end of each of our live streams and or videos.
Cool. All right. Yes.
And then for the $5 tier, you get all of that plus a bag of chips. No, I'm kidding. You get to join our monthly Q&A videos where you can ask us any questions about Star Wars or Marvel or life or butter cookies.
Sounds cool. All right. So that is our Patreon. All right. Keith, where can people find us?
You can find us wherever you'd like to listen to us. We are wherever you get your podcasts. Our socials are Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at FathersandGalaxy. Our website is fathersandgalaxy.com. Our merch store is fathersandgalaxy.myexpressshop.com. Yep. And last but not least, our Patreon page is patreon.com/fathersandgalaxy.
Right. Bless you.
Thank you.
Right. And, we're on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You know that. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel because we are on the race to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We have reached a little over 800 subscribers, so we're very close.
We're like 850.
Yeah, so we're very close.
Or you could be watching this in the future, and we have hit peak subscribers.
Yeah.
We could have 1 billion subscribers right now.
Yes.
I don't know.
We can do this.
Speaking to the future.
Yeah, we can do this. 1,000. I mean, from 850, that's nothing. So
also, me in 5 years.
All we ask is that you just pass our name along to any Star Wars fans or people who are interested in listening to us, who think that we're entertaining. Just let them know and tell them to subscribe to our channel. We love what we do, as you can see. So yes, 1,000, that's a big milestone for us. So we need to reach that goal, 1,000 subscribers. All right. Final Q&A. So put in any questions and comments before we sign off. No, we have to, the producer has to tell us that we're done for the day. That's what the producer does. Done? Well, we have to wait for the producer to tell us if we're done.
The producer.
All right. we're done.
Wait, we have one more question from Alex. Since Keith says that the Ewoks say like Sesame Street, would Oscar the Grouch be Yoda?
Because they're green. I don't see any. Oscar is not inspirational. He's not a motor. I don't see any connection between Oscar and Yoda.
Except greenness.
Except they're green.
And they
yeah.
both live in trash cans because Dagobah's like an absolute swamp.
Yeah, yeah.
Luke couldn't even get his X-Wing out of there.
Great Scott, Marty. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Nothing bad. Nothing but good things about you guys. Thank you so much, Charlie. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah. We love having you all. We love talking to you. So this is Monday. Well, you know, whenever you're watching it, it might be another day of the week.
Yeah,
but
I've been practicing my British accent.
Oh, here it comes. It's back. All right. We'll be back on Wednesday.
Get me a bottle of water.
We'll be back on Wednesday for chapter 23 of The Mandalorian. All right. I hear it's a good one. You know, some people. Yeah, people at Celebration did see it.
They were showing 10 minutes of it.
No. They saw the full episode.
Wait, they saw the full thing?
Yes, of the chapter 23. So we're looking forward to it. So we'll see you on Wednesday. All right, everybody? So until next time, take care. And we will see you again.